Hi guys. For 2018, I challenged myself to read 10 books, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot to some people, but I do love reading, but it's never a high priority for me. So I wanted to change that. I wanted to make it a little bit more of a high priority, and to encourage myself to do that, I wanted to record the books that I read in a traveler's notebook. So this was the traveler's notebook that I made, and most of this book is using the Mark Your Place kit from Feed Your Craft and Brandy Kincaid. I'm not sure that that's no longer available, I don't think, but if it is, I will link it down below. I also used a bunch of other stuff, and I'm pretty sure none of the pages in this notebook have a process video. It was just a fun little notebook for me to record the books that I was reading, sort of like a reward, I guess. I did find it part of my motivation to finish a book was so that I could put a page in here. So I have completely filled it. I almost ran out of room, and I did succeed in my challenge. I read not only 10 books, I actually snuck in another one on the last couple of days of the year. So I actually read 11 out of 10. So I'll just show you quickly through this little notebook. The cover is part of that kit, and it was a digital card that I altered to create this full page yellow. I think this was a 4x6 card with this quote on it. I just extended that canvas in Photoshop and created a full cover for myself, and added a little die cut with a puffy sticker, and I just stuck the date on it, and I'm glad I did, because I do intend to do this challenge again this year in 2019, so it would be good to carry on doing these and have them all dated. On the inside cover, I just used a few stamps, a habit tracker from Feed Your Craft, and just wrote out sort of my reason why I wanted to take on this challenge. I added a journaling card and a few little die cuts, and all these little tabs were die cuts from that same kit, but you could easily stamp your own and stick them on. I quite like the look of it having stuff sticking off the side of it. My first book that I read in 2018, sorry, I'm still confused about years at the moment, was Mythos by Stephen Fry, and it was I really enjoyed that book. I took classical history in high school, and so this was a nice refresher. Most of these pages are super simple. I did add a photo of all the books. This one here, I added a little book review card that I had made with some digital Kelly stamps. I will link those down below, because I think they are still available, and they're really easy for making your own little book review cards. I sort of cheated, and I had bought a whole pile of books. I said I wasn't going to, because I had heaps of books to actually read and finish, but I did buy a pile of new books. So I just stuck in my book stack photo. These hadn't been read yet, but I kind of at the time had thought I would just make this notebook about reading in general rather than reading those 10 books, which I should not have done, because I ran out of room. So I have a solution for that for this year, but that was that little page. And then this page here was the subtle art of not giving a F, which I actually really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the book. It had some good takeaways for that one, so I did read that fairly quickly. And again, I used that same stamp to stamp out a background for my photos, but then I also hand stamped one of the quotes that really struck me from the book. I stamped that onto one of the vellum pages that were in the book. I'll let you know more about this notebook at the end when I show you my new one for 2019, because it is the same construction. So I hand stamped that with a little alpha from Feed Your Craft, and then just wrote a few notes about the book on that page, just with my typewriter. Some of the pages in this book are black, which I did struggle with a little bit, but I do love the way that it makes the photos pop out a little bit. Like I said, the pages were super simple photos. This is another Kelly Stamps digital stamp, and just some more die cuts from that kit, and a couple of puffy stickers. And mostly I've used my typewriter ad in any journaling. Everything I Never Told You was one of my favorite books of the year. It was a really good read. I really enjoyed that one. As did this one. I will say I didn't read many bad books this year. When you're picking 10, I don't waste time reading books I don't enjoy. So if I get a wee way in and aren't enjoying it, I will put it down. So, but this was not one of those books. A Man Called Ove, that was another one of my favorites. And again, I struggled with the black paper, but I just added my journaling on there. You can really see how irregular that is there. And I created my own stamped background with one of the stamps from that Mark Your Place kit. And then again, just some die cuts. Like the whole book is really quite simple like this, but I still have heaps of that kit left over, so I will probably carry on this year as well with it. I love the sort of consistency it has through the book. Little Fires Everywhere, because I enjoyed Everything I Never Told You so much, I did get Little Fires Everywhere, and I enjoyed that as well. Maybe not as much as the first one, but I did enjoy this too. I think it hit home a little bit for me. The sort of complicated mother-daughter relationships in there was a little bit of a trigger point for me, but this page was just pattern paper, and then I trimmed out some of the pattern papers just to add behind my photo to sort of tie the two pages together, but again, little bits from that kit. Full page glitter page. I had some of this glitter contact paper sitting out on my desk, and I thought it went really nicely with the sort of colors in the book. So I just stuck it down onto the page and then used my scissors to trim around the outside, and then just added a little die cut in there. I really love this page. It's one of my favorites, even though it had the black. So one solution I came up with for adding my journaling was onto a piece of vellum, which I then washi taped on over the photo. So you can see the photo, you can see my journaling, and it really does pop off that black page, just with a few little enamel dots and puffy stickers added in there as well. This page here, I took my colors from the journal card, which is from that same kit. Of course, you're going to get sick of me saying that. All of these stamps, these are some little stickers, but all of these stamps are from different sets. Some of them are from that same kit, but some of them are Kelly stamps, and then I just added my journaling again on typewritten strips into the middle. I had another one of these vellum pages, so I stuck my little book photo onto the front here, and then behind that I had a full page photo of my bookshelf, because shelfie. I had rearranged the books in rainbow color one afternoon, so I figured that was a nice little thing to add in behind my vellum page, and I've just hidden my journaling under here. So this is just a regular 3x4 journal card that I've washi taped down, and then I put my journaling underneath there. I added a label to have a little tab to flip that up, and then I just added some other pattern papers, washi tape, and a trimmed out journal card underneath here, just to create this vertical sort of stripe down this page. The Little Paris Bookshop was another book that I super loved. I did put a photo of one of the pages in here, and I didn't actually write on the book. I can't do that. I can't write on books. So I just highlighted on my photo a phrase paragraph in here that struck me. It struck me so much I was crying at the hairdressers, which was slightly embarrassing. And the rest of this page, I've just done a full page background pattern with one of the stamps from the kit, and then I added a 3x4 card that I just made myself with a stamp to put my journaling on. This time handwritten. I think I probably got a bit lazy by this point. These were some tiny little mini doilies, and I ended up only using two. So this is one, and these two are another part, because I've slipped them off the page. I could trim out the bottom here and stick it onto the top, which gives me that 3 points of visual interest. And my last 2 books of the year, because I ran out of room in my book, I had to put the last 2 on one page, which is okay because I had planned that this would be book number 10, and like I said, I accidentally read a whole nother book in 2018. I read Sharp Objects in one day on about the 30th, I think, so I just used I've used both the, it's called Bingeable and Bookbound, sorry, is the other kit. Bingeable and Bookbound from Feed Your Craft. So this background paper is one from the Bingeable set, and then these 2 journal cards. So this is a 4x6 card that I put vertically, trimmed off the edge, and I added another card in between here. So this is all one card, but it is split to put this other journal card in the middle so that I could stamp a little title and add my photo. This stamp here that says book something of something, which I wish I'd had right from the start, is from the Bingeable set. So I liked that I could record that this was book 10 and book 11. And then I just trimmed down a couple of the journal cards that were in the Bookbound kit, and created a little vellum pocket so that I could slip both my reviews for those books in there. This little tab on the side here is another journal card that I just trimmed down and corner rounded, and then added a few puffy stickers to coordinate with the colors on the page. So that's it. That's my 2018 What I Read Traveler's Notebook. And for 2019, I have made myself a new one. So I have used the digital version of the journal card to do the same thing, which was to create myself a full page cover. And then I used a couple of the digital stamps to add a title to the front here, which is Read More Books 2019, as just some little alpha stickers, a label, and I used the same puffy sticker. I don't know what I'll do next year because I have no more of these. I did have two sets of the puffy stickers and I really loved that one, so I added that on here. Now this is just a notebook the same as this that I made myself, so it has regular white paper in here. There are some vellum pages and some black paper pages in here too. I have staple bound that using my tutorial, which I will link up here if you haven't seen that. It's for being able to create a staple traveler's notebook insert like this without the use of a long arm stapler. Super easy, and you can make your books as big or as little, however many you want. So these are my 2 notebooks. Hopefully this carries on, and this one I did add considerably more pages than this book here, so if I read more than 10 or if I want to do extra pages like I did in here, I'm not going to be squeezed at the end of the notebook. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know down below if you've got any questions about anything I've shown, and I'll try my best to answer it. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.